Hello and welcome, dear students. I hope you all are fine. I am your SST teacher, and the book from which we are going to study is Nicholas Herzberg's New Oxford Social Studies for Pakistan. It's the fourth edition for grade 5. So look at the course content. We have already done Unit 1, Lesson 1, Map, and Lesson number 2, World Climate, and now we will move toward the Unit number 2, Geography of Pakistan, Lesson number 6, Minerals, Power Resources and Industries, page number 48. So, the name of our new lesson is Minerals, Power Resources and Industries. What are the minerals? Minerals are found deep below the surface of the earth, and power resources, for example, electricity and heat, and industries mean the place where they are made. Pakistan is an agricultural country. However, in recent years, it has become more industrialized. An industrial country produces goods using its own power and natural sources. Any country that wants to develop new industries must have power, water, raw materials, machine, and workers. Minerals, especially iron ore means iron rock, are important for industry. In Pakistan, there are rich deposits. Deposits means places of non-metallic minerals, but there are very few metallic minerals. Minerals are not so hard to find but are sometimes difficult to exploit because they have to be mined, refined and transported before they can be used. Exploit means to extract, and mine means to dig from underground. Refine means to purify. Before a mineral is mined, a study has to be made to find out if it is worth mining or not. Sometimes the costs are too much high or the amount that can be produced is too little. The next topic is about raw materials. What are the raw materials? A materials by which a product is made. Raw means rough. It means that in rough form. Any matter which is in a natural state and is not being made, human made, is a raw material. They can be plants or minerals. Some raw materials such as plants and woods and some types of rock are found on the earth's surface. However, under the earth's surface there are many minerals which are used in industries. Then they have given you two types of minerals. The first one is metallic minerals such as iron ore, copper, chromite, gold and silver. And the second one is non-metallic minerals such as sulfur, rock salt, barite, gypsum, soapstone, fluorite, magnesite, celestite and precious stones like diamonds and emeralds and rubies. Okay, the next topic is about the mining industry. Now, what is mining? Mining means to extract a substance from underground or from the earth. Rock salt was first mined in Pakistan in 1872. Rock salt means rough salt. In 1974, the government started a Pakistan Mineral Development Corporation. Its job was to develop the copper mines at Sindh in Balochistan. In 1979, the Gemstones Corporation of Pakistan Limited was established to find gemstones and set up an industries. Now come towards page number 49. Non-metallic minerals. They have given you a table in which they have given you the names of few non-metallic minerals and where they are found or mined at, and the third column is about where they are used in. So the non-metallic minerals they have given you are gypsum, magnesite, gemstones, barite, fluoride, sulfur, soapstone, marble and onyx marble, rock salt, limestone and clays. You can read it easily. Okay, page number 50. Metallic minerals. The only metallic ore we mine on a large scale is chromite. In addition to chromite, small quantities of copper and iron ore are also mined. Chromite is used to harden steel for bridges and railway carriages and to make engineering tools and stainless steel. Okay, you know that the railway carriages and bridges needs strong and hard steel. So to make a steel hard and strong, we add chromite into it. Other metallic minerals found in Pakistan include manganese antimony used in the chemical industry, and bauxite. Some have not been mined yet, while others are mined in small quantities. Next topic is power resources. Pakistan uses much less energy than many other countries. For example, we use 80% less energy than the United States. So it means that Pakistan uses 80% less energy than United States. There can be two reasons. The first can be that the United States is a very fully developed country, while Pakistan is still developing and is a underdeveloped country, and don't have much and do not have much resources, while United States have very much resources. The second can be that United States is area wise and population wise much bigger than Pakistan. Pakistan is a small country. That's why United States uses 80% more power resources than Pakistan. Pakistan does not produce much energy and does not have enough to meet its needs. The energy we use in Pakistan comes from oil, gas, water, and coal. Minor energy sources include nuclear, LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, biogas, and solar gas. Next topic is petroleum. In 1961, the Oil and Gas Development Corporation was set up in Pakistan to explore, develop, produce, refine, and sell oil and gas. Petroleum is made from oil which is found deep below the surface of the earth. Pakistan does not have enough oil for its need. A huge amount is imported every year. Imported means to buy from other countries. Almost 50% of the petroleum we use goes to run our cars, trucks, buses, and airplanes. Petroleum is also used to produce power in industry and for domestic and agriculture purposes. Besides petroleum, oil is also used in the manufacturing of many other products such as lubricant and even cosmetics. Lubricants are the oil which reduces heat between metals, and cosmetics, cosmetics are the makeup products. The next topic is oil fields. Oil fields are the places where oil is found. There are oil fields in the Pothohar Plateau and Lower Sindh. The Lower Sindh oil fields were discovered in 1981 when oil was found at Khashkali. Since then, 20 other fields have been discovered in this region. 60% of Pakistan oils come from the Lower Sindh. In 1951, the first oil field was discovered at Khar. Since then, a number of oil wells have been drilled in this region. Page number 51. Oil refineries. Now, what are the oil refineries? A refinery means a place where oil is purified. Before it can be used, oil has to be refined or made pure. This is done at a refinery. There are several refineries in Pakistan. The Attak refinery at Morga, Rawalpindi is the oldest. Natural gas. Pakistan is very fortunate to have large reserves of natural gas. Natural gas is used in our industries and for domestic purposes. Domestic purposes means for in our houses. The search for oil resulted in the discovery of gas in 1952 at Sui, Balochistan. In 1952, at Sui in Balochistan, they first discovered natural gas. Since then, several gas fields have been found. That's why it is also known as Sui gas, because it was found at Sui. The largest oil field is at Sui and the second largest at Murree. From Sui, gas is piped to Karachi, Hyderabad, Sakar, and Quetta. Other fields discovered in the country provide gas to many of our towns and cities. After water, natural gas is Pakistan's second most important source of energy. We must value these natural resources and not waste them. Fix leaks, turn off taps, and do not leave burners on. Gas leaks can also be very dangerous as they can be fatal and can cause fires. Fatals mean dangerous. The next topic is electricity. You all know what electricity is. Pakistan does not produce enough electricity for our needs, so we have to import electricity. Electricity in Pakistan is produced in three ways: thermal, hydel and nuclear. Thermal by heat, hydel by water, and nuclear. Nuclear is also a way to produce the electricity. Currently, due to the power crisis in Pakistan, all cities and villages have to face load shedding. This will not only affect the day-to-day life of people but also affect the productivity in industries and business activities. Having a non-stop supply of electricity is also important in hospitals and in educational institutions. During the summer, the extreme heat in Pakistan becomes unbearable, making children and older people suffer. So, this was all about your topic. I hope you have understood it well. Till next time, stay home, stay safe, take care of your health. Till next time.